announcing I am. This I amness is false because I don't know who I am. And unless I know who I am, how I can say I? This I is a false I. This false I is the ego. This is the defense. This protects you from surrendering. You cannot surrender, but you can become aware of this defense measure. If you become aware of it, it dissolves. By and by you are not strengthening it. And one day you come to feel I am not. The moment you come to feel I am not, surrender happens. So try to find out whether you are. Really, is there any center in you can call my, I? So go deep down in yourself. Go on finding, trying, where is this I? Where is the abode of this ego? Rinzai went to his teacher, his guru, and he said, give me freedom. So the teacher said, bring yourself. If you are, I will make you free. But if you are not, then how I can make you free? You are already free. And freedom, his guru said, is not your freedom. Really, freedom is freedom from you. So go and find out where this I, where you are, and come to me. This is the meditation. Go and meditate. So the disciple Rinzai goes, meditates, weeks, months, and then he comes. And then he says, I am not the body. Only this much I have found. So the guru said, this much you have become free. Go again. Try to find out. Then he tries, meditates. Then he finds that I am not my mind. Because I can observe my thoughts. So the observer is different from the observed. So I am not my mind. So he comes and he says, I am not mine. So his guru says, now, you are 3/4 liberated. Now go again and find out then who you are. So he was thinking that I am not my body, I am not my mind. He has read, studied, he was well informed. So he was thinking, I am not my body, not my mind, so I must be my soul, my Atma. But he meditated. And then he found that there is no Atma, no soul. Because this Atma, this soul is nothing but your mental information. Just doctrines, words, philosophies. So he came running one day and he said, now I am no more. So his guru said, am I now to teach you the methods for freedom? The Rinzai said, I am free because I am no more. There is no one to be in bondage. I am just a void, emptiness, nothingness. Only nothingness can be free. If you are something, you will be in bondage. If you are, you will be in bondage. Only a wide, vacant space can be free. Then you cannot bind it. Rinzai came running and said, I am no more. Nowhere I am to be found. This is freedom. And for the first time, he touched his guru's feet. For the first time, not actually because he had touched many times before also. But the guru said, for the first time, you have touched my feet. Ranjai asked, why you say for the first time? I have touched your feet many times. But the Guru said, but you were there. So how? You can touch my feet while you are already there. While you are there, how can you touch my feet? The eye can never touch anybody's feet. Even apparently it touches somebody's feet, it is touching its own feet. Just in a roundabout way. You have touched my feet for the first time, the teacher said, because now you are no more. And this is also the last time, the teacher said. The first and the last. Surrender happens when you are not. So you cannot surrender. That's why surrender cannot be a technique. You cannot surrender. You are the hindrance. When you are not, surrender is there. So you and surrender cannot cohabit. There is no coexistence between you and surrender. Either you are or surrender is. So find out where you are, who you are. This inquiry creates many surprising interpretations. Raman Maharishi used to say, inquire, who am I? It was misunderstood. Even his nearmost disciples have not understood the meaning of it. They think that this is an inquiry to find out really who I am. This is not. If you go on inquiring who I am, you are bound to come to the conclusion you are not. This is not an inquiry to find out who I am. Really, this is an inquiry to dissolve. I have given to many this technique to inquire within who am I. Then, a month or 2 months later, they will come to me and they will say, I have still not found. Who am I? Who am I? The question is still the question, there is no answer. So I tell them, continue. Someday the answer will come. And they hope that the answer will come. There is going to be no answer. Only the question will dissolve. There is not going to be an answer that you are this. Only the question will dissolve. There will be no one to ask even, who am I? And then you know. When the I is not, the real I opens. When the ego is not, you are for the first time encountering your being. That being is what? You can surrender. You have surrendered. You are surrender now. So there can be no techniques, or only negative techniques. This inquiry, who am I? How surrender works? If you surrender, what happens? How it works? Because we will come to understand how methods work. We will go deep into methods and we will come to know how they work. They have a scientific basis of work. How surrender works? When you surrender, you become a valley. When you are an ego, you are like a peak. Ego means you are above everyone else. You are somebody. The others may recognize you, may not recognize you. That's another thing. You recognize that you are above everyone. You are like a peak. Nothing can enter you. When one surrenders, one becomes like a valley. One becomes depth, not height. Then the whole existence begins to pour into him from everywhere. The whole existence begins to pour. He is just a vacuum. Just a depth, abyss, bottomless. The whole existence begins to pour from everywhere. You can call God runs from everywhere towards him. Enters him from every pore. Fills him totally. This surrender, this becoming a valley, an abyss. This surrendering can be felt in many ways. There are minor surrenders. There are major surrenders. Even in minor surrenders you feel it. Surrendering to a guru is a minor surrender. But you begin to feel it. Because the guru begins to flow into you immediately. If you surrender to a teacher, suddenly you feel his energy flowing into you. If you cannot feel energy flowing into you, then know well, you have not surrendered. Even in a minor way, you have not surrendered. There are so many stories which have become meaningless for us because we don't know how they happened. Mahakashyap came to Buddha. And Buddha just touched his head with his hand. And the thing happened. And Mahakashyap began to dance. So Ananda asked Buddha, what has happened to him? And I have been for 40 years with you. Is he mad? Or is he just befooling others? What has happened to him? And I have touched your feet 1,000 and 1,000 times. Of course, to Anand, this Mahakashyap will look either he is mad or he is just deceiving. He was with Buddha for 40 years, but there was a problem. He was his elder brother, Buddha's elder brother. That was the problem. When Ananda came to Buddha 40 years before, the first thing he said to Buddha was this: I am your elder brother. And when you will initiate me, I will become your disciple. So give me 3 things before I become your disciple, because then I cannot demand. 1, I will be always with you. Give me the promise. You cannot say to me, go somewhere else. I will follow you. 2, I will sleep in the same room where you sleep. You cannot say me, go out. I will be with you like your shadow. And thirdly, if I bring anyone in any time, even in midnight, you will have to answer him. You cannot say, this is not the time. And give me these 3 promises why I am still your elder brother. Because once I become your disciple, then I will have to follow you. You are still younger to me. Give these promises. So Buddha promised, and this became the problem. This became the problem for 40 years. Ananda was with Buddha, but he could never surrender. Because this is not the spirit of surrender. Ananda asks many, many times, when I am going to attain? Buddha says, unless I die, you will not attain. And Ananda could attain only when Buddha died. What happened to this Mahakashyap suddenly? Is Buddha partial? Partial to Mahakashyap? He is not. He is flowing. Constantly flowing. But you have to be a valley, a womb to receive him. If you are above him, how can you receive? That flowing energy cannot come to you. It will miss you. So bow down. Even in a minor surrender with a guru, energy begins to flow. Suddenly, immediately, you become vehicle of a great force. There are thousands and thousands of stories that just by touch, just by a look, someone became enlightened. They don't appear rational to us. How is this possible? This is possible. Even a look into your eyes will change your total being. But it can change only if your eyes just are vacant, valley-like. If you can absorb the look of the teacher immediately, you will be different. But these are minor surrenders. When one surrenders totally, and these minor surrenders prepare you for the total surrender. Once you have known that through surrender you receive something unknown, unbelievable, unexpected, never even dreamed, then you are ready for a major surrender. And that is the work of the Guru, to help you in minor surrenders so that you can gather courage for a major surrender, for a total surrender. One last question. What are the exact indications to know that a particular technique one is practicing will lead to the ultimate?